this. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in to a week of D&D with the small group of people. I'm going to move out of the way so you can actually see everybody. We're going to be playing a fun little D&D campaign for just shits and giggles, something fun to do. Real quick, just to kind of introduce everybody, who wants to go first? Just say who you are.
I'm Gailey / Laskira.
And that's everybody.
Hello.
Only
We're doing character names or what?
You do who you are now because your character will get introduced in the campaign.
Oh.
Fair enough.
So I think it makes sense. But anyway, I have Gailey or Laspira playing with us, N0VA, Tara or Derek playing with us, Vepin, otherwise known as Vepin. Kitty cannot wave, but she's also playing, and Carson, who is also playing with us. So we're going to be doing a anthropomorphic themed D&D session, which should hopefully be a lot of fun. It's a pirate-themed adventure to kind of set the stage. And without any further ado, I say we go ahead and get in. Let's jump in, guys. Ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
As I almost lose my D20.
all right. So, with it being a pirate-themed adventure, what better place for it to begin than out in the open sea? For one reason or another, everyone having joined Captain Neckfan's crew, as no one else submitted a name, so I get inspiration for the name.
That's up for names?
I certainly did, and was giving up free inspiration to anybody who was able to offer a name for Captain Neckfan. And no one, not one person submitted another name.
I barely made a name for my character. How was I supposed to...
You're-
My whole character's recycled with me.
I don't know. Anyway, so as you are sailing under Captain Neckfan, everyone you've recruited for your own reason to join the pirates group here. You are on the search for Captain Rainbowbeard's lost treasure. You have not been sailing for too terribly long. The ocean, a very beautiful, crisp blue. There are parts that are very, very clear. You're able to see almost down to the ocean floor itself. For those who had sailed before in your adventures, manning the ship wasn't terribly difficult, but for those who hadn't, you quickly picked it up onto the best of your own abilities. However, after about 3 days of sailing, when you got close to the island of which you knew you were going to set foot on, the ship, unfortunately, after a scream, had an explosion. Shrapnel of wood and debris and like various parts of the ship, be it metal, chains, exploding all around you. Everyone managing to get off the ship just in the nick of time. About half the crew didn't even get off the ship. They died either in the explosion or as the ship sank down to the clear depths below you. You are probably about a mile of water away from the actual landmass itself, knowing that that's where your next leg in your journey is supposed to be. Able to look down below you, it is a creepy sign as sharks quickly closed in all around you. For those of you who are not marine-based or have a swimming speed of more than 10, you are probably going to end up taking a point of exhaustion just to get to the mile away that is this island. You do your best to swim. For those of you who can fly, you hover decently well until your arms get tired and you also swim.
You said we take exhaustion if our what isn't?
You're going to make a constitution save in getting there.
Oh, okay.
So, everyone who does not have a swimming speed, this sucks. It is a mile of water, and for those of you who have ever swam an Olympic pool, you know how that is just tiring and absolutely exhausting to get there. Let alone just, most of us here are not built for swimming, save a penguin who arrives first onto the island, emerging with very little resistance to, or excuse me, I guess what I want to use is
Fatigue.
not endurance, fatigue, thank you, thank God. Fatigue to your penguin-like body. The rest of you, when you wash up to the shore, Give a Constitution save to see just how exhausted you actually are. So for those who do not have an increased swimming speed, roll. I don't know if you do.
I don't think I do 13.
13 for your save? Okay.
I got a 15.
Okay.
I got a 16.
Okay.
I would like to point out one thing. I think there's an issue with my character sheet because it says I have 0 walking speed.
Oh, you have 30.
Okay. It says I have 0.
Okay. Well, you have 30.
We chopped off your legs in the explosion.
Oh, Shark
Sorry.
ate your legs actually on the way over. Oh, I meant to tell you.
Sorry.
So, unfortunately, during this explosion, you guys did not have time to grab anything. So, if you have anything in your starting equipment, you did not have time to grab that during the explosion, or it is lost to the murky depths below.
Yeah, my con save was a 7.
It was a 7. You are the only person who takes a point of exhaustion.
Great.
You
Of course I am.
As the DC was 10.
Of course I am.
feel
You needed a saving throw, right?
Yeah, I don't have any plus.
Oh no. As far as general experience when you washed up here, since there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us that are playing, go ahead and set yourself for level 4. So if you are level 5, go ahead and knock yourself down 1 point. If you are not level 5 or 4, throw yourself up to level 4. While the rest of the intro plays out. Does everyone understand?
Yeah.
Cool. As looking around this island and getting the rest of the sea salt out of your lungs for any other types of survivors, there does not seem to be much of anybody. You look out and wave towards the other survivors, and as they do, comically a shark will come up and swallow them and bring them down to the murky depths below, where the tide will carry them away. However, not all hope is lost, as a lizard folk does come up onto the shore about shortly after the penguin does, and you would recognize him as your Captain O'Captain, Mr. Neckfan himself. As the rest of you arrive to the shoreline, coughing up bits of seawater and other parts like some seaweed on you, the sand sticking to your bodies as you're wet and nasty, you hear the captain look around and call out to the remaining of his crew. Says, "Yar! The rest of ye that survived this encounter, line up! Let us get a roll call in!" So, Nikita goes,
Oh no, my knees, my cat. I had to kick her off my lap.
"Oh, immersive." So very immersive. As
my legs are sore though, for sure.
So as you line up, 6 members strong, the captain starts down at the farthest of the line and goes over to the penguin and says, "And what be your name?"
Garrus.
"Garrus.
Yes.
And why would you join me crew?"
I need money.
"Don't we all?" "Forgive me if I had not seen a face or two. It was a rather large crew, and since it looks like we're going to be working together, I figure we should get to know one another. Is there anything we need to know about you, Mr. Garrus? Do you have any kill talents or traits?"
I'm stealthy. I'm stealthy and slippery.
"Slippery, eh?
Yes.
Why just slippery?"
I'm a penguin.
Be as good an answer as anything else around here. Right, then what be your story, cat? He looks over at you. The other only cat.
I am the only cat.
You are the only cat.
Okay, that's why.
You are all the only ones of your race.
Okay, cool. That makes it very
Huzzah!
easy. I'm just good at reading people, I guess.
What be your name, cat?
And Nikita, I thought you were asking what my talents were.
No. Maybe you might be a little bit shaken. You look tired.
I'm exhausted.
Very
I don't much care for swimming.
Nikita, hey?
That's correct.
And why have you joined me crew?
I'm just kind of bored with what I was doing, and I just kind of wanted to do something else. Figured I'd use my ability to read people, help out something, get some cash, you know.
But you find no lack of excitement here on the high seas, as evident by Miss Ship, which is currently resting at the bottom. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Maybe a boat on the ocean wasn't really where I should have been, but... Yeah.
Well, now you're on a beach.
That's a lot better.
Yep, life's a beach. You'll get used to it. Arr, the other cat. Might be a lion. Might be your name,
yeah.
son.
I am Nightmare.
Nightmare. Edgy.
That's pretty edgelord.
Very.
And what kind of traits can you bring to the crew?
I can stab things and bite things.
Like a true nightmare.
Like a
Very good.
Nikita. I'll be the ones with the smart-ass comments around here. Thank you very much. I'd be the captain.
I can't guarantee that one, Captain.
Right, Nightmare. Nightmare, you didn't happen to see anything aboard that ship before it exploded, eh?
Not that I can think of, no.
You ever set sail before, Nightmare?
Never set sail before.
How do you spell it, by the way?
Nightmare.
It's spelled IT, believe it or not. Alright, moving on down the line. Goes over to Avian Variety and says, "Will you be about the brightest thing my eyes will probably see all day?"
Forteza.
Forteza. I believe I own a horse with the same name. What exactly brings you aboard my ship?
I wanted adventure.
Yeah, got it. And you didn't happen to see anything, did you?
No.
And what skills and traits can you possibly offer to the crew?
I bring to the table being a sorcerer and coming from a noble background.
Noble, eh?
Not that you're getting a reward for it.
You know you be amongst pirates, right? Maybe best in the future to keep that on the down low. Next time. But I'm sure, and he leans in close to you, and you can smell this lizard's breath, and he has not had a proper wash in quite some time, and says, "We be keeping a close eye on you." Leans back and says, "Right. And how did y'all fare with the swim, Mr. Snake?" Kind of looks you up and down.
I mean, it wasn't too bad.
Good to have another cold-blooded friend amongst the group.
Yeah.
And what is your name?
Ishtar.
Ishtar. Am I saying it
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Ishtar.
Ishtar.
Occasionally.
I'm a pirate. You're gonna find it to be rather difficult. Also, if you could R as well, you're a damn fucking pirate, and you can't even R correctly. So I would ask what you bring to the crew, because it certainly isn't the pirate attitude.
I don't know if we should be using these hard arms, Captain.
Dumb joke aside, cat!
Better.
I took a drink and that was an accident because I think that was a mistake.
Method, I think you actually have the exact same heater that I do. Hold on, lift that back up. Oh my god, he does! Hey!
Hey!
Hey! Alex, what's
I never
stopping?
used
I
it,
don't
but my
understand.
roommate turned the heat off while I was gone. So,
Tell me what's stopping D&D.
it's like 50-something degrees in here.
Yeah. So, what can you bring to the crew?
I can hit things, and I'm also resistant to poison. Actually, I'm immune to poison.
Well, which is it?
Immune. Sorry, sir.
You're alright. What did you see aboard the ship?
I didn't see anything.
You ever set sail before?
No, but I like the sea, so I wanted to.
What did you do before this?
I was just kind of in a forest.
Kind of in a forest? Were you on the forest? On the edge of the forest?
I was in it. It wasn't very fun.
Darn, but there'd be plenty of poison to build up to, huh?
Yeah.
Only child, huh?
Yeah.
I thought you had like 50 or 60 brothers or sisters.
They all died before they were hatched.
Damn. I'm surprised you didn't get a name like Nightmare or something like that.
That's not bad.
Interesting. Well, good to have you aboard. I appreciate you snapping at people that make stupid comments. It's great.
Yeah, no problem.
Ah.
Looks back over to the cat.
And it's about this time that you hear a little pitter-pat. Well, he was there, but you hear the pitter-patters kind of stand up a little bit more straight. And there is a giant rat next to you, about 4.5 feet tall. He stands, and he has a hood, a cloak on that basically just covers up most of him, except for this long, kind of hairy whiskers, pointed out, curled up, bent nose, and these 2 yellow teeth that stick out from the top of his mouth. The pirate walks over to him and looks him up and down. You get pirate kind of. And what's be your name? Rat kind of scratches and looks up, and I had it written down somewhere. My name's Puck. Yarr, Puck. You ever served in the sea before? Puck scratches and looks at him and says, I have. Anything else? You gotta tell us anything about yourself? He says, I'm very good at getting the job done. I promise you, I ain't ever done an honest day's work in my life.
But you certainly have done plenty of drugs, it looks like, by the way you're scratching yourself over there, Puck.
Fleas,
Great.
not drugs. And he flicks you off. Alright.
Please, get away from me.
I can't catch him. Alright! Enough of these damn introductions. Right, so here be the problem. We be a crew, but we ain't got any equipment. I don't think any of you brought anything on board. At least if you did, it's lost to the sea now. However, I do see some debris washed up on the shore. So here's what I want you to do. There looks to be 4 parts of this island that I remember looking at on the map. I want each one of you to go to those 4 points and bring back whatever you find. In particular, if you happen to find a box or a key, those are very special to me. Also, if you find a wooden leg, I'll tell you about it later. Does that make sense? And there are the 4 parts here on this island. There's the cave down there. There'll be a part of debris that I see washed up on the shore. Part of my ship. God damn it, I love that ship. If you search that, I've also remember a cove across the right? And then just further past that, there was a sandbar. By past that, I mean just out there. Shit, directions. A little shaking myself. So, there'll be 6 of you. So, which one of you gonna search the sandbar?
I'll do it.
You probably should take someone who could swim with you.
Oh, go.
I hate it.
You got a deep voice for a penguin.
Well, I'm unique, and I'm really slippery. So, yeah.
Right, so Garrison Ishtar are gonna go out to the sandbar. Who volunteers for the cave? And at that point, the rat's Puck speaks up and says, I'll take the cave. Does anyone want to keep me company?
I'll go.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I'll go with you guys, but I'm definitely gonna be at the back. You can stay between me and Flea Man.
Nah, Nikita, I would rather you search the shore. That would be better use, I think, of your talents. Not too far, so you want it to be too exhausted. And I don't want to leave any of these parts unsearched.
I gotta be near the water, though?
You find that the sandbar will also be near the water as well. Exactly what were you planning aboard the pirate ship?
See, I guess I might have looked at the wrong ad.
You be a pirate now, lass. It'd be time to start getting used to it. Right then, and who's gonna search the cove?
I'll search the cove.
Right. Don't jump for joy for it either. So, you all have your missions and all your places to search. Be back here in about an hour. For those of you who don't know, it's when the sun's a little lower in the sky.
How much lower?
A little bit. Not a lot. Good luck. I'll be here.
Box we're looking for. What does it look like? Or is it just like some generic box?
It'll be a box about yay big with green on the edges.
Okay.
And gather anything you think we could use, be it swords or boxes of equipment, food, parts of the ship that may have washed ashore. Remember, you're not just gathering for yourself, you're gathering for the crew and for the captain.
That key got a special look to it?
It'd be a key in the shape of a skull.
Oh. Neat.
Neat.
And
We're gonna have to use more pirate terms around here than neat. Give it another shot.
Scurvy.
Nothing like choosing a disease. I like it. Very rebellious. Way to go, Nightmare. I would have figured Nightmare would have said something different than neat. Sorry. Right then. You best be off unless you got any more questions for your captain.
I do want to look at him real quick. Does he have both his legs? Like, what's the
He does, he has a leg, but is very clearly fake. So he has both legs, but one is very, very clearly fake. It is, wooden and painted to look like a leg, and is coming through, like, part of his actual clothing. He's dressed very traditional pirate-esque, and one thing you'll also be, seeing is he's also missing a hat as well, and he puts a hand up to his, two scaly hands up to his head and goes, I also be missing my hat. If you find it as well, I'll offer you a reward.
got a special color hat?
It'd be a hat with a blue feather. Very important. As we're gonna need it as part of the journey.
What if I only find the feather?
We'll cross that bridge when it comes to.
Alright, cool.
How many bridges in the sea, though?
We'll tread that water when it comes to.
Alright.
Well done, Nightmare. You're a giggly snake, you know that? Right then, best be off. Alright. So, who was going to the sandbar?
Me and Derek.
Okay.
Or not.
Who?
Who?
Oh my god, what is it?
Garrus?
Penguin.
Garrus. I wanted to say Garrett, but that wasn't right. Me and Garrus.
Gary.
Alex needed a break from doing voices for that. Oh man, is he hurt. Alright.
Maybe you shouldn't. I mean, you did this to yourself.
That went from like trying to help me to literally just, fuck you.
I was like, yeah, let me just. I'm like, no, he picked the character and the voice, didn't he?
So, it is about 300 feet through water to this sandbar. And at the sandbar, you do see parts of the ship kind of that are trying to get to the shore, but they're getting stopped by it. They're getting caught while the tide, it seems like, is lower. How are you guys getting to the sandbar? Are you just swimming, or do you want to try to see if you find another way around? Or what are you guys doing?
Can I look around to see if there's another way around?
So on this shoreline itself, it's very kind of concave-esque, and it kind of loops around to the different parts that the pirate was talking about as far as parts that he saw when the ship exploded and he swam to the shoreline. around the edges, there doesn't seem to be anything that kind of connects to the sandbar itself. It looks like this is probably the closest point to it. It's almost directly out to the ocean.
Okay. Guess we're swimming.
Yay.
Okay. Give me an athletics check, Snake.
I mean, he is a giant muscle.
Yes.
Yeah,
It shouldn't be that hard.
that's an unnatural 20.
Wow. And you make it there.
Disclaimer.
I'm not going to make the penguin roll because he's got a swimming speed of 30 or something ridiculous. But the penguin obviously is going to arrive there a little bit before you. Just because he's zipping and zamming and whee! And as he goes across the water. So you're not necessarily built for like this type of weather as being a penguin. It is hot, but being in the water is very cool. But you do arrive at this kind of sandbar, and it's tall enough to where you're able to stand. How tall is your character, Garrus?
It's 3 feet.
So
He's a small boy.
it's about a foot of water. So it's about 2/3 of you is not sinking. Yeah.
Huh.
So did we even have to swim?
It goes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, you did have to swim. But there are parts of the ship that are washed ashore, and it looks like it kind of breaks down into 3 different parts. So you can search A, B, or C.
A.
A?
Whatever's closest.
B, B.
B. Okay.
Alright, so searching the thing immediately there. And are you trying to do this before the snake arrives? Because you probably have about maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds for the snake arrives. But you do arrive first.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Alright.
Search around.
Roll investigation. See what you get. There's some cool stuff there.
16.
16. You find 1 longsword and a crowbar.
Okay.
Alright, about this time the snake would arrive just after you finished looting the stuff that you did find there, and that part of the ship that washed ashore. And you would arrive to see 2 spots able to search, but a penguin with a longsword, because Lord knows where the fuck he's hiding that. It's as long as you are. Well, I don't know, you could submerge it in water and try to hide it. Are you trying to hide what you found, or no?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I can't use them. So.
But you do arrive
How
on
does the
scene.
penguin wield it? Is this both flippers?
Oh,
I
good
mean,
point.
I have a beak. I can just like drag it.
Oh my god! The penguin just.
I'm gonna arrive. I'm just gonna. Garrus, do you want help with that?
Well, I got it. Go back and pick it back up.
Okay.
I've got the crowbar like wrapped in my flippers.
It shows the biggest head. Can you go to spot C to check?
Yes, you can. Roll investigation. Are you going to
Oh,
search
that's
A
right.
while he's doing this? Or are you going to wait? Garrus.
Yeah. I'll slowly make my way over there.
That's a 7.
That's a 7. You find a... Oh, actually, I don't know. You actually don't find anything.
Oh, unfortunate.
That's really sad. Oh, no.
I didn't roll very well.
Oh, God. Yeah. Sorry.
Alright. I rolled a 5. I didn't expect much.
Most of the stuff that you end up finding, you almost find something, but just as you go to reach for it, it sinks into the sand just below you. It kind of falls off the sandbar and just drags down to the bottom of the ocean. So you know what? I'll let you know that and give you a chance to try to get it.
Oh, what do I roll?
Are you gonna? You're gonna die for it? It is falling off the sandbar into the depths below.
I'm like a 6-foot snake,
Okay.
not including most of my tail. So yeah, I'll try.
All right. I guess give me probably another athletics check. See if you can catch up to this thing as it is falling and tumbling down.
What was my athletics? It's 14.
You have plus 14 to athletics.
No!
Oh.
Jesus, that'd be awesome.
Damn, I'd be a very athletic snake!
You rolled a 14?
No, I rolled a 14.
You see this thing kind of move off the sandbar, and as you go to reach for it, it trembles and falls, and you quickly take a deep breath and plunge your snake body down there and try to grab it. And as you go to reach for this item, it kind of tips just off the edge of your first grab, and you reach your second hand around to grab it just a little bit farther, and you do manage to barely clip onto just the edge of what looks to be the end or the hilt of a sword.
Oh.
But no blade.
Oh. Maybe it's a magic sword, who knows?
Okay, so you come up with your sword.
Oh, yeah.
So you did catch up to it, but you have just the hilt of a sword.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Alright, is Garrus already searcher, or can I go over it?
You can go over there, but he is mid-search. So what's your investigation for your search?
That is 12.
It's 12. You find 10 feet of rope. And you find a not quite high enough for that. But you do manage to find what looks to be a hat that's upside down. It's like buried in the sand.
Okay, now I dig the hat out.
Okay, you pull it out, and it looks to be a very fancy, well put together hat for, say, seafaring adventurer.
Does it have a blue feather by chance?
It looks like there's a spot for a feather, but the feather is missing.
Can I double check what he checked to see if there's a feather around?
You can search the same spot, yes.
Oh, that's so much better than my first roll. Holy shit.
What do you get?
Where's the investigate? That's a 17.
You see something blue and kind of shimmery just below the water, and just as you spot it, it starts tumbling off as well.
I want to try.
You can try again. Oh, you keep missing these DCs by 1.
I'm angry.
But you do spot it. You gotta go for it.
No, wait, hold on.
Alright, go for it.
That's 16. I got an 18.
You go to
Was
reach
it a 19?
for it.
Are you shitting?
Yes.
What?
I'm so sorry. You go to reach for this blue object, and as you're trying to grab it, it slips just out of your hands. And like every time you go to grab it, it kind of like shoots away from the water, and you're not able to like physically grab this thing, and it continues to tumble down. What are you doing? At this point, it's about 15-20 feet underwater, and you're about 5-10. You're not quite caught up to it.
Can I try one last time to try and catch it?
Sure. What's the panda doing? What's Garrus doing?
Oh, I have a large sword.
So yeah, Ishtar's like submerged in water right now.
You just saw Ishtar just like look at something at Sandbar and then just yeet himself into the water. You didn't say a damn thing to you.
This is the second time I've done this.
Oh, I didn't even think I saw it the first time.
No, you didn't.
I'm gonna drop the stuff and just dive in the water.
Okay. You dive underwater and see a blue object slipping from Ishtar's grasp, falling deeper into the depths below.
I swim up and try and grab it with my beak.
Okay. I would say that just because you are so advantageous at going to the sandbar and you really did choose right on where to go, you are able to grab what looks to be a very shiny blue feather.
And I immediately go back and resurface.
Imagine Ishtar will go with you.
Ishtar saw the penguin going, he's already like, I'm done. I'm going.
Yeah. Okay. So you both emerge on the sandbank with your items.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, put the rope around my body, feather in the hat on my head, and I, with my cute penguin eyes, motion. Just look at the sword and crowbar, and then back at Ishtar.
Garrus,
Just a few times.
you can just ask me. I can carry more than this, if you need me to.
That's what the cute penguin eyes are for. See if that translates. If it doesn't, then I'll speak.
Well, let's see. No, Ishtar understood. He'll grab the sword and the crowbar.
Oh, yeah, because I can't really.
Ishtar understands.
Oh, I could use the rope and like. Drag.
Let's not make this harder on your small tiny body. Garrus.
What? Is the hat too big for my head by chance?
It
If
it's
it
not
fits the lizard.
comfortably. No,
Oh.
you can
Can I,
wear
like,
it,
use
but
the-
not comfortably. It's one of those
Can I,
kind of
like,
deals
use-
like it's gonna like half cover your eyes each time.
Can I like use the rope to like make it the inside part smaller to fit better?
That's 10 feet of rope that you're
10
shoving
feet of
into
rope.
that.
I mean, yeah.
Whatever's left, I'm gonna loop around my body. I'm not gonna use all of it.
Yeah, so you're gonna cut off some rope to make this hat fit you?
No, I'm gonna like put some of the rope in, and then with the excess, I'm gonna have it loop around my body.
Like a ponytail? Like a weird, like,
Can Ishtar just reach down and grab the hat off of him and say, I can carry this as well?
I want the hat. Hold the feather.
You can have the feather, but let's not lose the hat. So I'll take the feather and I'll hand it to him.
Okay.
Yay.
Alright. Now what are you two doing?
I guess we're swimming back.
All done.
I think we're all done.
Alright.
Yay.
And who was going to the cove?
Me.
The cove is very, very, honestly relaxing. The water here is just as crystal clear as it was before, and there's a lot of different coral and fish that you can see down below. A variety of different colors, from black and yellow to like some that are solid red, some that are like this blue, but as it catches the light, it becomes its own kind of yellow, and as the light catches it even more, the blue and yellow become a beautiful green. And some of the coral even reacts the same way. And it's very peaceful here, and there is a crate that washed up onto the shore. Some of them are kind of broken and look like they kind of fell down and broke off parts of that natural beauty that was down below. But it seems as though there was about one full crate that survived and a couple that were broken open. So you have two different things you can try to search for.
I want to look into the crate first.
The one that's well put together?
Yeah.
It is a solid piece of wood for probably about 5 feet by 5 feet. Like, it's a solid chunk. And it is washed up onto the shore. How are you opening this crate? Someone else found a crowbar.
Yeah. I'm gonna check out the other one first.
Okay, so you go to the box and you're like, this is the box. And you decide you're going to go to the other crate first.
Yep.
Alright, so there's one crate that is broken. Most of the containers are strewn about into the sand, and part of it is being covered by the wind, as far as they can, items. So roll an investigation, see what you find. And I will roll against you. T. Oh, God.
8.
Better than I rolled. Oh, 3. This dice. You find a tunic. So an old, worn down tunic. Excuse me, you find two tunics. You find two necks. Two necks. Two necks. I'm so sorry that took forever. You also find some rations. Let's find out how much rations. 6 rations. 6 like sealed things of food. And a dagger.
Sweet. Alright, can I go to the other box and now try to pry it open with the dagger that I found?
Sure. You go over and you just try to put it between the wood and like, how are you doing it?
At the corner, just trying to like heave it up or get it loose.
Okay. So you put your dagger into it and you strength check. Rolling strength, boys.
That was a 2.
That was a 2. The dagger pops out and does not stick. With your noodle-like arms,
Yeah.
feather arms, unable to really kind of get a good grip into this box.
Okay.
At least from a corner.
Alright, so can I use Mage Hand to try to open it?
Sure. So you want to take 10 minutes to cast Mage Hand as a cantrip?
Okay, let's go.
Alright, you finish casting Mage Hand, and I'll say that about 5 minutes into it, you realize that Mage Hand can not even lift a pound of something. You
How
remember-
far away am I from the captain?
The captain, probably about a little over a third of a mile.
Okay.
You take about 10 minutes to walk over here. So what do you want to do?
I'm just going to go back and tell them that there is a crate over here, but is there anything else that I can search for in the immediate area?
You could try, you can try searching the coral below, but, that's the DM kind of throwing you a bone,
Yeah.
because that's what you asked for.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'll check it out, but plan is just to go back and tell them that there's a crate here.
Sure. Now, searching this coral is not going to be something that you're going to be very easy to do. It would probably require an athletics and an investigation check to hold your breath that long.
Wonderful.
But I'm just letting you know if that's what you want to do, if you want to search the coral.
Okay. I'll do it.
You'll do it?
Yeah.
Alright, roll athletics to hold your breath.
That was a 19.
Okay. You feel like you're going to be good, and roll investigation. Let's see what you find down there in that coral. Ooh, wow, this dice rolls well.
That was a 9.
That was a 9. You do find that a lot of the stuff that kind of sunk down here is ruined. But you do find a fancy box.
Do I get to keep said box?
Sure, you found a box.
Sweet. Does the box happen to have green edges?
I would say that box... Wow. Box does.
Hey.
Wow.
Thanks, my dude.
Fuck that box. It's not what that box is supposed to fucking be. Reality warping in front of my eyes is the DM.
Alright, I'm heading back to the captain.
Awesome. Alright, who is searching the shore?
I think that was my job.
Okay. There's a bunches of different parts of the ship that have washed ashore. Probably too many for you to really sit there and count in an hour. So you have a feeling that you're going to have to choose which ones you search. It looks like there are 4 of them, and you probably are going to be able to search 2 of them efficiently. One of them looks like it was from the rear of the ship, where a lot of the equipment was kept sort of for multi-purpose use. There was part of the ship that looks like it was from the center. Another part that looks like it was from the center, where both like kind of food was stored, as well as equipment for like combat. And then at the front part of the ship was more of the miscellaneous items, so nothing that really had a purpose. But you're going to be able to search 2. What do you choose? Also, fur sticking to, or sand sticking to your fur, it's uncomfortable.
Great.
But as you were walking there, Puck and Nightmare, like, because both of you kind of were on the same path, but they were going to continue on ahead of you. At least Puck is. I don't know if Nightmare's going with him. Okay. So they go on ahead and leave you to your search.
So one thing it says I can do is I can use a bonus action to make an extra perception check to investigation, like to uncover or decipher clues of some sort. That's part of my like inquisitive thing.
Okay.
So would I be able to try to like see if I see the first thing I want to look for is is there a chest that has like that green edging that he talked about before?
So you want to search all 4 of them very quickly for a chest.
I'm just I'm looking over all 4 of them real quick to see if there was any of them had a green edging.
So you get the feeling that if you want to thoroughly check all of these, it's going to take probably about 30 minutes.
Are they not just out in the open?
I mean, there are, but there's containers, there's stuff that is kind of being buried by the sand as the wind is going by. It's not like they're just randomly placed out into the open. And it is a shoreline that you are searching, so you're going up and down the shore.
Well, he said it was a chest, so I'm looking at like the more chest-shaped ones, like anything that's more shaped like a box.
Okay, I mean, I get it, if that's what you're looking for, but I'm asking you, where are you searching? If you want to search the whole shoreline, you can do that.
You said there were 4 main ones that I saw, right?
There are 4 main parts of the ship that washed up, yes.
I was looking at the main parts. I thought there was only 4. I didn't realize that there was a ton.
Yeah, the DM split it up on purpose. So you would have to choose. So where do you think this chest is going to be? You're going to search all 4 briefly. You can do that,
Yeah.
but it'll be a disadvantage.
Well, I'm at all disadvantaged because I'm exhausted.
Well, the good news is you can't get more disadvantage, so you might as well roll for it.
Yeah, just like before I head up to either one of them, just like eye and seeing if I see anything green.
Okay, go for it.
All that one's a... Was this a perception?
This would be perception.
8.
8. You look around all 4 of these areas very briefly, and you're already freaking exhausted. This is not at all what you signed up for it to be, and you're kind of like, man, fuck this shit. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not necessarily something that you really want to be doing. But looking around for that particular box, you do not find any box shaped like how the captain was describing it by briefly looking over them. You get the feeling it'll probably take a more investigation of one of the parts.
So you said that there are 4 major parts then. Do they look like halves of the ship?
They
Or
look...
like quarters of the ship, I should say, since they're full.
The parts of the ship that are kind of bent around, like they're, if you're going to recognize part of the ship that comes from the rear as it's more sharply edged to kind of allow the boat to sail the way it's supposed to. The other parts of the ship, the parts of the wood that come up, are curved. So I'm throwing you a bone and telling you what parts of the ship they are. Like, just as a
one
hint.
might be a butt, one might be a side.
Yeah, so you're like, okay, here I see more parts of the side of the ship, here I see more parts of the sharper angles used to cut through the water. So you're able to determine this is probably from the front.
I'll walk up to the one that looks like it's more from the front, assuming like that might be where he would have kept stuff.
Okay.
Maybe where his quarters would have been.
So you want to search the front part?
Yeah.
Alright, roll investigation.
And I'm gonna like entirely walk up to it, like I imagine picking up my little paws, looking at the sand in it, and being like, ugh.
Yeah, it's not very comfortable. Not as a
Investigation? You said?
Yep.
Alright, so hold on. Well, it's probably gonna be that 2 I just rolled. Yep, it sure is. That's a 4.
It's a 4?
Yeah. All dice hate me. I'm Galen, and no matter what dice I'm using, it's always gonna hate me.
The good news is there are some things that are guaranteed.
Great.
Yeah.
So I am at a disadvantage for all of it.
You find a wooden leg.
Oh, great.
There you go.
Can I, by any means, since I have that eye for detail, would I be able to use the bonus action to double check for investigating stuff?
If we were in combat,
Well,
absolutely.
you don't count it like that. It's not combat then.
Those are feats that you're asking for.
Oh.
What you're describing to me is an action used in combat.
It just says bonus action.
And casting time may be a bonus action, but
Yeah.
I mean, like that would be used like, oh hey, I'm fighting something. I want to use a bonus action to do that. That's fine because that's normally a action to use. It's not like it's anything special in that sense. Like it didn't alter your character that way. But you definitely can use that as a bonus action during combat. Absolutely.
Okay.
So you find a wooden leg. Moving on. Nightmare. As you get to the cave, it is cold and very chilled on the inside. And when you get there, the inside of the cave is lit up blue, as there is a bunch of bioluminescent coral beneath you that gives this cave a kind of an eerie, otherworldly glow to it when you enter it. Parts of the ship washed onto the sides of the cave make it very easy to search, as it doesn't go anywhere once it actually gets inside here. And if it falls down to the bottom, you're able to see it in the murky depths. The very clear depths down below. Puck does look over to you and says, "I'll take the right side if you fancy the left."
Alright.
let me ask you a question, though. Say we find this key, or this chest. What makes you of it?
Well, keep probably ghosts in the chest. Keep both.
Right. Or say we find it. What we keeps it?
I'm not too sure about that one. I'm gonna probably give it to the captain. That way I don't have to fight multiple people.
Well, I'm just saying. Maybe we could be on each other's side. Watch your backs, you know. After all, we can't trust those people there. We don't even know them. But you and I, we could be a team.
I don't know you either, and you're already giving me these really sketchy vibes.
I'm just trying to look out for my own tail.
That's my point.
Well, we best get looking anyway. Don't mean a lick of difference if we can't find it. Alright. So you want to search the left side of the cave?
Yeah.
Roll!
Search the left side.
I'll roll for Puck. Oh, Puck.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Puck. You can roll against me. Nope.
Oh, shit. That's a 14.
It's a 14. You find a lot of stuff.
Yay!
You find washed up onto the side. So this is very easy to search, given that it doesn't go anywhere for you. So the cave is like the spot. You find a small barrel with a cork at the top. Okay. You find 2 cutlass. You find another 10 feet of rope. You find a small box. It is a black box. And another crowbar. And that's everything you find on your end.
Now, is the box, does it have a green trim or anything on it like the captain was saying?
It doesn't. This is a black box. In fact, you would probably recognize this as a
Black
tinder
box.
box.
Okay.
Alright. So what are you doing after you gather your find?
I'm gonna walk over and see what Puck has found.
Okay. What's your passive perception? Let's see.
9.
9? You go over to Puck, and as you are getting closer to him, you see him put something in his pocket.
What you got there?
Oh, it's a bit of knickknacks I happen to find while moseying about washed up on the shore. Nothing to worry about. Has you searched the water yet? There could be stuff in the water.
I kind of want to see what's in your pocket first.
I'm not worried. Oh, you worried about what's in my pocket?
Because you're being sneaky.
Sneaky? Me? I've been nothing but honest with you since I got here.
Well, then what's in your pocket?
As for me, no.
So you're not being honest anymore.
I find admitting the truth to be a spot of honesty. I say so myself. What did you find then? You come over here, what you got? You find the key?
I did not find a key, but I got some rope, I got a tinderbox, I got a crowbar, and I got some cutlass.
Oh, cutlass, eh?
Yeah.
You mind if I...
You wanna tell me what's in your pocket now?
Okay, roll intimidation. So you're intimidating him with the cutlass. Okay.
That's a 15.
15. So he looks over at you with your cutlass. You only found one, right?
You said 2.
Found 2. Okay, so are you holding both of these cut? Oh my god. Okay. He looks at you holding both those cutlass, and he's still kind of hunched over, and kind of leans his head back, and seems like he's kind of taking in the scenario, and looks at the entrance of the cave, and he's kind of like thinking about some stuff. And he keeps looking at you. What do you say?
Like, why don't you just pull what's in your pocket out? Now?
Alright. He said, "If we aren't so fast, fella, we'll have to be violent." I say it's nothing, really. Reaches into his pocket, and he kind of fiddles around and pulls out an open hand. Say it was nothing.
Why don't you just pull your whole pocket out onto the ground for me?
Why are you being so suspicious? I do nothing to you.
I saw you put something in your pocket, and now you're telling me it's nothing.
And reaches in his pocket and pulls out a key.
Is it a skull key?
It is.
Can I tell?
Yes.
It's like, why don't you throw the key over here?
I think I'll hang on to it. After all, I found it.
Yeah, but you want to hang on to it and keep it yourself.
Oh, safekeeping and all. After all, you're the one
Yeah.
who's trying to accuse me, trying to rob me. I should go back to the captain and tell him you threatened me for the key.
That'd be perfect, because then I could tell him that you said you wanted to keep it for yourself.
Who's he likely to believe?
Probably the person who's not a sneaky little rat.
That's racist. Hold on here. Okay, so you're trying to intimidate him again, or what are you trying to do?
Yes, I want the key. I don't trust him.
Alright, roll one more intimidation check. I'll give you advantage because you've succeeded the last one.
Thank God, that was a 2.
God!
And that's another 15.
Fuck.
Shouldn't have gave him advantage.
The good DM fucked up.
Yeah.
Right.
Swords.
There you go. You should come over here and take it. He holds it out.
I'm going to put one of the I'm gonna hold both the cutlass in one hand.
Okay.
And I'm gonna slowly reach for the key with my other hand.
Alright. As you go to reach for he goes and to hand it to you, and he tries to drop it. He's not very good. His deception was very poor, and he tries to, looks like, drop it into the drink down below. You try to catch it?
Can I try to catch it? Yes.
Sleight of hand. Let's see if you can catch this key as it falls from his hand into the glowing depths down below.
This one's pretty shitty.
See how
Sleight
well.
of hand? Okay.
Yep.
19, 21.
You catch it as it falls from his hand and was going to hit the water, but you reach down and scoop it up just in time.
Thank you.
Now, your captain doesn't need to know about this whole transpiration.
I haven't decided on that yet.
I don't think it's that big a deal. We both found the key together.
Yeah, something like that.
Right, who's gonna search the water then?
Well, I don't trust you anymore. So why don't you go and search the water?
It says the man with a cutlass, eh? You got two, why not share?
Well, because I don't trust you anymore.
What? Alright, persuasion. You're running all these damn rolls.
3.
He kind of laughs and says, "I'll let it be lost then."
That's fine with me. Let's go ahead and go back to the captain.
Right. Alright. So everyone goes back to the ship, or to where the captain was at. carrying their various nicks and knacks. You all arrive. Probably you guys would arrive first. Forteza. Come on now, that's a hard one. Forteza, Garrus, and the snake arrive all together.
That's the one that you wrote the pirate joke about.
I know, but I didn't write them down. That's totally my fault. I'm writing them down now. Alright. But you guys arrive a little bit before everybody else. What do you guys do? No, not very much. Like, a couple paces ahead. Everyone arrives pretty much at the same time, but what do you guys do?
I'm gonna put the hat back onto the Garrus, because I know he wanted it. But I wanted to make sure it got to shore safely.
Okay.
Yay. Like, bob my head around and, like, spins around.
It does. Alright.
I'm looking at the captain, saying that I found a crate, but I could not move it or open it on the cove.
How big this crate be?
I could not lift it or open it.
Right, but you got the noodle arms. You look like someone who'd roll a 2 in a check or something like that. I don't know. What did the other 2 of you find? My hat!
Yeah, we found the hat.
Garrus, you be a pirate after me own liking. Would you mind? Did you find the feather to go with it, Garrus?
It's still in my beak. I don't know if he sees it or not. I get.
There it is. Would you mind if I had my hat and feather back?
Hand you?
No. Would you mind if I had my hat and feather back, not hand? Thick accent.
I'll give you the feather.
It'd be my hat, Garrus.
I didn't see your name on it.
Did you turn it inside out?
Yeah, I tried to put rope on the inside. Make it fit better.
And you didn't see the name tag.
I didn't see a name tag.
Can penguins read?
Yes, I'm speaking to you in common.
Right, but you can speak it, but can you read it?
Yes.
Right, well I'll just take the feather then.
There. I'm okay with that. I continue playing with the hat.
Okay, cool. He takes the feather and just puts it in his pocket. Right. And did you find anything else? Maybe something that could help our, feathered friend here.
I found a sword hilt.
You found a what?
The hilt of a sword.
And you brought it back.
Yeah, why not?
You mind if I see?
Yeah, I'll hand it to him.
Shakes it. There'd be liquid in this. It'd be a potion, lad.
Does he hand it back to me?
He does.
Oh.
You can keep it.
Oh, thank you.
I know not what it do, but someone apparently tried to smuggle such thing aboard my ship. I'd be careful about partaking in it.
Will do.
Right. Did you find something, like I said, that can help her? Him. Her. Her.
I have a crowbar.
Right. You go with her and open up that crate. I fancy to see what is inside.
Okay.
Was that an attitude?
No.
Also, I hate to break it to you once more time, but you'll be a pirate. Okay.
Yar.
There we go. It's like pulling what's left of your teeth.
Please don't touch my teeth.
I don't claim.
Please don't touch my teeth.
Good luck. Ah, Nikita. Yeah, finally arrived. Did you find anything of value?
I found that leg you wanted.
Nikita.
Don't sound so enthused.
I'm tired. I just had to swim.
So did all of us? I swam more than you?
But look at me, Ishtar. I had to swim.
I have like
I'm
how many
tired.
teeth of snake body behind me?
You're a snake.
Alright, princess.
I've Watch
Tracy.
snakes. There are water snakes, Ishtar. I've seen them.
I was born in a forest!
That's unfortunate, then,
water
isn't it? But there's rivers in ponds in forests.
I don't think they're that large, but okay.
I grew up in a town, in a house.
Alright, don't brag about it!
Here's your leg.
Nikita, I appreciate it.
I hope so.
More than you really know. Kicks off his leg and puts on the wooden leg and ties it with a strap. This is her. Perfect.
The other one looked better, though.
But it's not being my favorite leg.
I mean, I guess everything's got its own comfort at the best start.
Ah, and here come the last two now. Nightmare and Puck. What did you happen to find?
Well, we got your key. I wouldn't trust old Puck here. He was talking about keeping it for himself, but luckily I found it first.
This be true, Puck? Oh, be honest with you, sir. I didn't say a thing about that. Regardless, you brought me my key, and I appreciate it. What else did you find?
We got a barrel, 2 cutlasses.
Be careful with that
And
barrel,
a rope.
son. You have no idea what you're holding. That's a barrel of black powder. It explodes. Don't shake it.
And then a crowbar and a tinderbox. Probably shouldn't have these next to each other.
Foresight. Hell of a thing. Great. Well, we wait for you other two to go open the crate, and then we discuss the plan. Nikita, you look like shit. Rest.
Great.
You're lucky Ishtar left.
Alright, so you
I
guys...
do want to alert Alex. I had to update the character sheet because I realized that when I added in that, I had to completely copy-paste everything into a different thing. It wasn't putting in anything automatically from that race at all, despite adding it. Oh my gosh. That was good.
Alright, cool. So you guys go over to the cove, and sure enough, there is a box. It's about 1 foot buried in the sand now, though.
Mm.
You are with Ishtar.
Who has the crowbar?
He does have the crowbar.
So,
I have a crowbar.
Ishtar, can you open it?
Strength check with advantage if you're gonna try it.
Oh my god, I lost my d20. Alrighty. Good thing I'm good at strength.
Please be.
You said with advantage, right?
Yep, because you got a crowbar.
Cool, that's a 19.
19. You pop this thing open and make anybody else who tried something different feel kind of silly as you immediately break this thing open and it falls apart, revealing its juicy inside contents, completely unspoiled. You do find a potion. It is a... before I do that, I want you to roll a d20 because you opened it.
Not 20.
You find a cyan-colored small metal vial. That's your potion.
Cyan-colored small metal vial.
You find a bow with some arrows. You find another dagger. You find a water skin and a backpack.
What was the color of the potion?
Cyan.
Cyan, thank you. Interesting. I guess I'll show my findings to Forteza. Hey, this is what was in the crate.
Thanks for opening it.
Yeah.
So, I guess we're gonna go join everybody else and tell them what we found.
Yeah, I guess so. Do Do you use bow and arrows? Because I sure as hell don't.
That would be a no, but somebody might.
I'm gonna shove as much as I can in the backpack and walk back.
Okay. So you put everything in your backpack. Didn't one of you find the box, by the way?
I'm pretty sure Forteza found it.
Yeah, okay. You were just opting not to tell anybody.
Yeah, I did not share that information yet. I was more concerned about the closed crate.
Okay, cool. I was just wondering. Make sure no one forgot. Okay, cool. So you gather all this and come back, and you come back to the captain, who seems very eagerly awaiting. Nikita, I'm sure, passed out onto the ground, just taking it easy. A penguin that looks slippery.
Somewhere that didn't have sand.
You probably say you're up on the past the beach there towards the jungle.
Yeah, just a little in eyesight, but just somewhere that's a little bit away from the sand, so it doesn't get all caught in my fur.
That's fine. That looks like you have a it doesn't look like it's real. It looks like it's like a fake thing that you.
Yeah, I think you
photoshopped it on there. All right. So you guys come up with your backpack full of stuff. Who's carrying it?
I am.
Okay. So what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna show it to the captain.
Show him everything?
Yeah, I'm just gonna show him the backpack. This is what was in the crate.
Okay. Arr. Let's find a boxy.
The box
No.
wasn't in the crate. The box was underneath Coral. I'll lay the box on the ground.
Ah. You done me a great service, and I appreciate it.
What's in the box?
I'll tell you when you give me that guy. Open it with the key. What's in the box? What's in the box? Anyone else hear that?
I thought it.
It was like a seagull flying above.
It's in the box. Weird birds out today. Lots of them. Anyway,
Offended.
it was a joke. So he takes the key, and he sits down for this and puts the key into the box and opens it up, and it's about yay big. And as he opens it up, you hear the of the latches give way, and he opens up the box. And that's where we're gonna take a break. And we will go ahead and reconvene here in a little bit. So, jumping back into it. The captain puts his key in the chest. A small chest with a green outline on it. And as he turns the key, you hear the chest click systematically and the latches give way. And the chest begins to open. The captain opens up the chest and reveals its contents as a single flintlock pistol, which he takes in his hands, and with a big smile on his old lizard face that he has, looks at you guys for finding the chest and getting it to him, and says, "Thank you so much. This flintlock pistol belonged to my brother. I do appreciate it. You don't mind if I see some of that powder, do you?" And looks over towards Nightmare.
I have the powder. I'll hand him the powder.
I appreciate it. Now,
Okay, I didn't get a drink.
what?
Oh,
Oh,
I honestly didn't hear you.
oh, so it's a good thing I didn't try to drink that before I knew what it was.
The barrel? He told you that's what it was. He was like,
No, but before.
oh yeah. You would have been very disappointed when you pulled that cork open and black powder spewed out of your damn face.
Yeah.
So he takes a minute to arm his pistol with this black powder and looks around at his crew and says, "Now, do you remember the plan from when you were hired on to the ship, or should I go over it one more time for enthusiasm? Should I go over it one more time?
Yeah.
My
yeah.
voice hurts like a motherfucker.
Yar.
Arr, yar.
Arr.
Now." And he puts it down and reaches into the barrel and puts the cork back in it, reaches into his pirate tunic and pulls out a large scroll of paper and begins to unravel it. And looks at it and says, "Now, We arrived at the north part of this cove here. We are to find the next part of the map to build where the treasure that Rainbow Beard had hid. We should find it probably just north in this jungle here. So, is anyone versed in traveling through the jungle?
I was born in a forest.
And take the lead then.
Oh.
I may be the king of the jungle, but I've never been in one.
I'll be leading with you, as I've got the map. So,
I mean, I'm pretty good with directions and such, as well as the forest in general.
right, but you'd be tired and probably need to be carried.
I'm not carrying the cat.
I'm not carrying the cat.
I can walk. I'm good right now, but I would very much love to go to sleep again.
Our sundown be in about a few hours. I say we head into the jungle, make a camp there, and settle down for the night. What say you, Garrus?
I'm bored with your hat. You can have it back. My head's starting to hurt. I'm spinning it too much, so you can have it back. I'm getting a little dizzy.
Thank you for my hat back.
Kept me entertained for a while.
You can hang on to that rope, too.
Yes, I still have the rope.
Arr. So, Ishtar, are you ready?
Sure.
So, as you guys begin to take off, who is what's the marching order here? Because Neckfan is going to take the front with Ishtar. Who wants to be behind them? Okay.
Me.
So we have Nightmare after that, and then
I'll be behind Nightmare.
okay, and then
I'll go behind Garrus.
okay, and then
I'll take back or next. Don't matter.
if it's not too much trouble, I'd prefer to be in the back.
And I don't
I don't trust him.
I don't
I
trust
don't
that.
trust him either, and I definitely don't want to be by him because he's got fleas.
Better than being on drugs.
Is it?
Is it?
You're on drugs.
Why don't you go on ahead, Nikita? I'll watch your back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go one step ahead of you. That's not even just one step. I'm gonna go a couple steps ahead of you. That's Ishtar. You can.
Literally what I'm asking you to do. Yes, that's good. Thank you.
So Nightmare, how tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Okay, can I be on your back and then use the rope? Just hold me on so I'm watching him at all times, unless of course you turn around. Is that acceptable?
I thought you were like trying to like put a saddle on me with the rope at first, then you said to watch our backs, but yes, this is much better.
He's
Yeah,
a penguin.
I
That's
don't allow that.
what he wants to become.
There
So you
is
have
a
eyes
backpack that
in
he
the back
can
of your
ride
head.
in.
Hmm?
Spitballing here, there's a backpack you could just ride in.
Oh, he has a backpack? I thought we lost everything.
No,
I
Ishtar.
don't
Ishtar
have
has
that
Ishtar has a backpack.
back.
Or you can still
Oh.
tie yourself with rope. It's up to you.
Oh, well, I'm right behind Nightmare, so...
Okay. So you attempt to tie yourself up with rope to a 6'2" lion in order to watch the back.
Yes, you'll probably like sit down, so it's easier. I'm only like 3 feet, so I'm
Oh.
hoping he sits down. If he's expecting me to jump up there and just like bash it together real quick, then
I think I'm like tied to my leg.
Penguins aren't known for their hops.
Okay. I will say you spend probably a few minutes tying rope around to the point that it is comfortable. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but it is serviceable for the endeavor that you wish to embark upon, which is to watch
Yes.
your back and not use your feet.
correct. Well, I mean, I want to be watching the flea bag.
He'll be following about 20 feet behind.
If he does something sketchy, I'll bop my head back.
This is okay. Good to know.
I spin around with the cutlass.
You didn't hand out the cutlasses to anybody? You still dual wielding cutlass over there?
No one asked.
I still have a longsword, a dagger, and a bow too.
Captain's got a fucking flintlock pistol, and there's over here like, I got 2 cutlasses!
Did anybody, I guess, was I already laying down at that point in time? Did anybody, like, tell me about any weapons I have? Because I don't have it.
We didn't lay out the weapons. We got back and just started talking about the box.
There are people that are armed like battleships, and then there are other people that are like, you guys found weapons? What a crew! Man. Captain got what he wanted, and he's like, alright, let's go, guys.
I guess, like, then I guess, if no one actually, like, talked about weaponry, I'd probably, like, I'm tired anyway, might remember it now, and, like, turn around to the group and be like, hey, did anybody find, like, weapons or anything?
You look over at a 6'2" lion dual-wielding cutlasses and ask him that question.
I'm tired, so yes, probably. Yeah, she's tired. And then it looks down. Yeah. Did you find, like, a dagger or anything? A short sword of some kind?
I got
Snake's
cutlass.
just gonna turn around and look at the cat.
I thought it was ahead of you, because I'm not by that rat.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm leading.
You are
Oh, you
leading.
are.
You're leading with Neckfan.
Yeah, I'm leading.
Then I went up beside probably the lion, yeah, to stay away from the rat.
Okay.
You found a dagger, you said?
No, I have cutlasses.
Ishtar?
No daggers.
Maybe I did find a dagger.
You did.
I did.
Would
You
you
sure did.
I'm not telling the cat that.
Okay, this is what...
I'm gonna have the cat a crowbar real quick, like, here you go.
Oh, you got a crowbar.
man?
See, Ishtar was waiting for the cat to say, hey, if you found a dagger, could I please have it? Ishtar's waiting for manners.
Whoa, don't metagame that. You just don't say anything. You move on. Alright. You have a crowbar in your inventory. Congratulations.
Ishtar's also an asshole, kind of. He's kind of sarcastic asshole.
You have a crowbar. Alright. So are we doing anything else while we're marching throughout the forest here? So as you guys are moving throughout the forest, a few times Neckfan will kind of put his hand up and stop you and look at the map and look ahead and close the map back and kind of point in the general direction. You both can more or less move side by side, but each time he goes to open the map, he takes like a 2-3 step away from you to open the map to do exactly that. The sun begins to set, and as it dips into the sky, and the sky kind of has a very pretty sunset. This is kind of a tropical island. The captain stops and looks around to you guys, and as he's looking back around, he kind of does this number here and says, I hear something up ahead. Before we get down.
I'm gonna get down,
Alright.
and I'm gonna intently listen.
You hear like a faint kind of rumbling, like almost like something moving throughout the bushes, and whatever it is, it sounds big but also slow.
Oh no.
As this creature, as these 2 creatures get closer to you, you realize that they are moving very, very slow, and they're not like creatures that you've seen before. They seem to be riding some kind of slug almost, and as it gets closer, you realize they are giant snails, big enough for a cow and a hippo to ride. As they are currently riding their giant 2 snails throughout the jungle, and on the actual shell of the snail, they seem to have a bunch of things packed up, almost like a caravan in a sort. And Neckfan's just kind of leaned up against the tree, kind of looking at him, watching him go past, and looks over to you, Ishtar, and says, "What be your call?"
Ishtar
You think we
wasn't
should?
even hiding. He was just standing there. He just like T-pose, and he kind of zoned out. What if they're like traveling merchants? They have a lot of stuff.
Could be. I tell you what, I'm not very good with words, in case you haven't picked up on that. So why don't you do the talking?
Oh, okay.
Go on, get.
Are you good with words, Ishtar?
Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Ishtar's just gonna walk out from behind the trees where I guess we were.
Okay.
Pretty good with people if you don't want to do it.
Shh, you're quiet.
Alright, tired cat.
Yeah, none of you. You do need assistance, though, maybe. Nah, you're fine. We got your back.
Wow. Alright. Like the lion doesn't want to come with me or anything?
I'll go with this, sure.
I was reading stuff. I'll walk up there.
Jesus, I forgot you
I'm
were
not
here.
good at talking.
To be honest with you.
It's just talking. We get to talk
I'm not good at that.
Oh, you're not good at that? Alright, well,
I'm good at stabbing things when shit goes wrong, though.
no.
I am not good at stabbing things when things go wrong. So,
To have something to stab things with. Are you sure anybody didn't find anything?
Oh my god!
Crowbar?
Stop with the crowbar.
It's just gonna stop from walking behind the trees, look at the cat again, and just continue walking back.
I'm following after his shot.
Planning on being rude, the cat thanked the lion.
Alright, so,
Like elbowing Ishtar as we're walking. Shouldn't we?
okay.
Give her something.
Ishtar's gonna just like kind of lean over. Nah.
Wow!
Not yet.
So mean!
Guys, what's going on? I can't see shit.
Wait, I doesn't have dark vision, but yet he wants to be our eyes on the rat.
And he's suspicious.
You can smell him.
Can you even see him?
I mean, probably. Is he still behind?
I mean, yeah, he's well, see how hidden
Yeah.
he is. He's pretty hidden.
You can probably hear his, like,
I feel like the scratching.
Ugh.
of his sleeves.
What's your character's name?
Forteza.
Fort.
There
Cool.
you go.
Thank you. So, as you guys get closer to these giant cow and hippo who are riding these giant snails throughout the jungle, they, for one, are not moving very fast, but they're moving at like a good walking pace, but they're not having to carry everything with them. And are you guys like yeeting up to them, dabbing up to them, walking up to them, sprinting up to them, T-posing up to them? How are you approaching them?
I'm just walking up, saying like calling
You
out like
don't
hey.
actually walk.
I slither up to
Okay,
them.
that's better.
I'm like walking
One
up
of the
with
legs at the
the
bottom
thing in
of
the air,
the-
like,
The
Hiya.
toes.
What was that?
I like wave to them with my tail, like, hey, over
Oh
here.
my god. Okay, so you both are very friendly approaching them.
yes.
Yes.
Alright. So, as you guys are getting closer, the hippo of the group, a very large, tusked individual, this seems to be male of sort, but it's kind of hard to tell with hippos, we'll be completely honest here. Same with cows, they all look like females. It's the udders. So, you get up to him, the hippo pulls back on the snail, and I don't know what sound a snail makes, we're gonna say it doesn't. And the snail comes to a stop.
I would hate to hear a sound.
I would too. Let there be a day that no one takes a really sensitive microphone and puts it up to a snail.
I'm pretty sure they've done that.
Let's not find out what sound they make.
I feel like
Alright.
it's just like a
You
wishing
know it's on
sound.
the internet already.
Yeah,
Anyway, so it
like
comes
that.
it comes to a stop. And he sees you guys approach and says, "Good day, stranger.
Hello.
It's quite uncommon to see friendly faces around here. Well, short of the village, what with all those Naga running around. No offence, of course.
None taken.
Can I just use some of my wares?
Would you be interested in trading?
Well, fancy ourselves traders. I'm sure we can come up with something, can't we, Joe? Oh, it's your turn, George! Don't talk anymore. Oh,
Okay.
that's right. And we seem to be all proprietors, of course, of magical items. So if you have anything magical, we'll happily trade you for it.
Ishtar's gonna reach into the backpack and grab out that cyan potion. And hold it out to him, but not give it to him, just hold it out to him and say, do you have any interest in this?
Right, so... He kind of looks at it and says, it's hard to really tell, really. I can't quite seize the potion. Maybe you couldn't tell me more about it instead of just telling you want this, like a carrot or something. So what's it do?
I'll be real with you. I kind of just found this, but it looks really cool, so...
Interesting.
It's a cool mystery potion.
What do you mean found? You didn't steal it, did you?
No. Let's just say a situation happened, and a couple people's luggages got scattered everywhere.
Or shipwrecked.
Alright, or you could just outright say it.
Shipwrecked? Oh, that sounds awful.
It was very hard. So, we don't know what this is. Can you identify it?
Son of a bitch, I can!
Oh, perfect!
Not for free, though. I reckon so. Shipwreck, you say? Well, what kind of ship? What was the ship's name?
Oh, we were told the ship's name.
What would you like it to be named?
How about you name it for us?
You don't know what ship you rode in on.
The captain didn't really tell us, no. So if you'd like to give it a name, I'm more than happy to take your name suggestion.
Oh, right. Where's the captain?
Not here. As I point to Fortez, it's only us two here.
You can roll deception on that.
I mean, I'm not wrong, technically. Anyone's talking to them.
Can I see them from outside the tree line, by the way?
Can you see them? You can see like shapes moving, but yeah, the captain is not really interested in being that close.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering if I could, whenever Ishtar was walking away, I do have a special feat that I can uncover a hidden object with an investigation roll.
You are so thirsty for this dagger, holy fuck. Oh my god.
My lord, it's in the bottom of her backpack. Also, I rolled a 22 for deception.
Okay, it's in a backpack. How are you seeing it?
I have an eye for detail. I can spot a hidden creature or object.
Good for you. You are so tired you don't see it.
Okay.
There you go. Damn. He is so thirsty for this dagger. So what'd you roll? To 22?
22.
That's I find it odd that you didn't ever ask the ship's name.
I'll be real. I just kind of wanted to be at sea, so I just got on the ship. It was fun until, the ship kind of wasn't there anymore and I had to swim here.
It was fun until it wasn't.
Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not really here to take up too much of your time. If you don't have anything to trade for my services...
I have one tunic.
I have a bow and arrow.
Is it magical?
I don't know. I also kind of just picked it up, but I'll take it out and I'll show it to him.
Not really into the whole... What? Now leans over to the cow, and the cow can't whisper for shit. And it's like, what are you doing? What are you constantly watching me? You can't whisper for shit. I think we best be on our way. If you don't have anything to trade, and it's nothing personal, but it's a business. If I were to give my services away for free, I wouldn't make any money.
I mean, you could have just
It
do
would be
us a
charitable.
regular favor. We kind of got shipwrecked. So like, we're trying to get something here. So we
Kind-hearted,
don't die.
charitable thing.
Yeah, like.
I don't get in the business of being too charitable.
Well, this isn't a hard request, right?
Let's not get too hasty on hard requests. He puts his hand on his hilt and just kind of rests it there.
Well, can you at least tell us where the village is?
I could do that. If you actually want to follow our trail, that's where we came from. With plenty of clearings and bushes along the way. It's probably about half a day's journey. Should find plenty of friendly folk there that may be charitable.
That's comforting.
Yes. Maybe
Is there
they
only
can.
one village?
On this island, yep. There were a few others, but the Nagas made quick work of them. They don't really like outsiders, to be honest with you. I'll get no offense.
Again, none taken.
You seem like you're from a different tribe, if anything.
I'm not even from this island.
Oh. Well, fancy that.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else I can try to help you with, maybe?
No, I've only got two potions, though.
Right. And free to carry on. Good luck with your shipwreck of the no-name ship.
Thank you for telling us where the village is.
Of course. That I'll do for free.
Oh, thank you.
It's nice meeting you guys! Shut up. Takes off the snails. Slowly begin treading throughout the tree line. They leave behind slime, it's gross.
Yep.
Okay, so you're
I'm
gonna let
actually
you
gonna ask to check
I'm
for that.
fine now.
know. You don't need to check for slime. Slime is gross.
Cool. Okay.
Sorry, I forgot what you're doing if you're looking for sound effects.
I'm gonna slip it back to the captain and explain to him what just happened.
Snails don't make a sound. Watch the video.
Arr, it's weird, snails don't make a sound. I watched it in the video once.
What's the video?
Weird. Did you learn anything?
There's a village, and there's also apparently a lot of hostile Nagas. I'm
The
not
island
one
be
of them.
infested with them. Used to belong to them. Part of the problem, you see. We're to meet up. Get this part of the map. And then we get to the village. We're gonna meet up with our, my contact for this mission. Goes by the name Steel.
Edgy.
Never. What?
Edgy.
Arr,
This is Edgy's nightmare.
It's not as edgy as Nightmare, but it's edgy.
arr. Be kind of a big day, really. Never actually met Steel in person. Only ever through messages and letters. He's got beautiful handwriting for a man, though. Arr.
What makes you think it's a man?
Never met him.
Never met him.
Where do we find them? Him.
After we get this part of the map, you're to meet him at the local tavern in the city. There, they'll give us the other part of their map. We'll have a whole set. Then we'll get the treasure and be on our merry way.
Alright.
Now, I say we make camp for the night.
Yes.
I'm sure the cat will love that.
Do you make a little tree pillow, or do you just like a little leaf pillow? Excuse me.
Honestly, with exhaustion, probably Nikita's probably still like lean up against a tree, if not find a tree with a short branch to just like kind of get on.
Okay. Well, there's no one really found beds or anything, so it's kind of rough sleeping. But the captain does find a nice tree that he kind of leans up against, and I mean, there's like a little bit of sun left, but he seems kind of content where he's at, and looks around and says, "You need a fire for the night." Oh, did anyone find rations?
I did.
Wonderful. You're quickly becoming one of my favorites.
Who's your least favorite?
It's a tie.
Yeah.
If you have to ask, you have one of them.
Only have 6 rations though.
I say we draw straws.
You have some straws?
You got straws?
Son of a bitch. I don't. Well, who can think of a fair way to figure this out?
I found them, so I'm keeping one.
Oh, good.
Alright, well, that's fair.
I'm the captain, so I'm guaranteed one. Thank you.
So that leaves us 4.
I'll give one to Ishtar. And then the other 3 need to guess numbers. Well, 4. The rat's gonna eat 2, right?
Oh, of course. Of course. I did nothing to you. What do I need to
Not
do?
passed out yet. Is Nikita out?
Probably.
Oh,
So then the cat's not
fantastic.
eating.
How wonderful for me.
Okay, so then Garrus and Nightmare. And then the rat.
Sweet.
We're done.
Can I eat half of them and put the other half in my bag?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, half your ration, stick the other half in the bag. The rat will just down his in like one bite.
That's not great.
It's just disgusting chewing coming from his little corner that he found. I found like a hollowed out tree and you just hear munching.
The occasional scratching.
Yes, the occasional scratching. Fucking fleas!
It's the meth bug.
Stop it. Alright. So everyone, does anyone want to do anything before they fall asleep?
I would like to dismount. So I can...
Here you go, buddy!
Just,
Oh no.
you mind sitting down so I can get out of here? Thanks. Thanks for the ride. Yeah, he didn't. He did look
Thanks for
suspicious.
watching the rat.
Yeah, he,
Very suspicious.
Yeah, he scratches a lot. I don't trust
Maybe
him.
with them.
Alright, we need
Oh.
first watch. Do we have any volunteers?
I'll do it. Oh,
What, 2
I have
volunteers
vision.
at first watch.
I'll do second watch. Penguin can do first watch.
Who's first watch on?
Me.
Garrus.
Garrison, who else?
Are we doing 2? Alright, then I'll
2
do first
people?
watch then.
I'll take first watch with Garrus. Second watch.
I'll take second.
Me and Nightmare will do it.
Nikita, keep doing what you're doing. Just tongue out, I'm sure.
Still out.
You're doing great. Alright. So, as everyone settles down for the nap, Garrus, you take first watch with the captain. And he plants himself against a tree and kind of looks towards the ocean and kind of leans up against it with his arms crossed and keeps an eye out. You asked him anything, or you took completely fine with everything?
I'm okay with everything right now.
Alright, and it is awkward and silent the rest of the watch.
Mm-hmm.
He just keeps staring off into the ocean. Eventually, you figure
I
enough.
don't want to talk.
What?
People are trying to sleep. I don't want to talk.
Fuck them. And so the rest of the night proceeds on to where he looks over at you, and the first words he's spoken in hours. It'll be time for us to get our own sleep. Why don't you wake up the snake? I'll grab the flamingo.
What?
Flamingo didn't volunteer to wake up.
I'll grab the lion.
I'll find Ishtar and with my flipper just tap her
You have
head.
to wake up Sloppy?
No, just tap.
Just tap on
Tap on the head.
Yes, Icarus is slapping my face like, God.
Wake up!
Is it like that turtle thing where the turtle kind of slaps the damn face? Okay.
And just little taps on the head.
Nice gentle awakening. Thank you.
Time for your watch. Time for me to sleep.
Alright. Good night, Gareth.
Arrgh. Nightmare. Nightmare! He gets over to you and then like pulls your ear.
Okay.
Arrgh. It'll be time for your watch.
Fine.
But before that, a word with ye if you'll be so kind.
Okay. Are we
Kinda
right
walks.
here, or are we walking away?
You're walking away. Quiet.
I'll follow him.
I'm not me, right, Captain?
No.
Sorry.
No. Great.
I don't know how close I was sleeping to a nightmare, so I don't know if I heard
Why don't
that.
you go ahead and take your watch? Nightmare will join ye in a second. Come along. Alright. He leads you away from the group a little bit. Nightmare it be. What were you saying back at that beach?
Well, little Puck over there found the key, and he wanted to keep it for himself. He talked to me before we even started searching, saying that me and him should team up and keep it together, watch each other's back. I had to threaten him to get the key out of his pocket that he was hiding.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Nightmare, I'll be honest with you, you're one of my favorite of the crew. Thus far. And you've been honest with me. What do you make of the other group?
Which two?
What do you make of that cat?
Seems very tired most of the time. I can't tell yet.
Or be a cat, so you'd be prone to sleeping. And the penguin. What makes you of it? Have you ever met something so slippery?
Well, I can't say I have, but he definitely watched my bag from Puck earlier.
I'm amazed you
I
didn't
can't
slip
complain.
out, honestly. It was
There's
quite perplexing.
really good at tying knots without hands.
Did that? It was quite impressive, yes. Did Puck mention anything else? Maybe a mutiny?
He never said the words. He just said that he doesn't trust anyone else, and for me and him to watch each other's back.
Right then. I appreciate it, Nightmare. Thank you.
Anytime, Captain.
Goes back and leans against his first tree he was in, pulls his hat down. After a short while you hear snoring. And you begin your watch with Ishtar.
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 You guys want to have a silent night as well? It's up to you. I'll just give you an RP moment if you want it.
I just gonna get kind of silent.
I have to take that beer food dish, man.
The long, awkward silence drags on throughout the night as you continue to watch out for any signs of movement or anything bad happening, in which case you can roll a perception check. I forgot to do it the first time.
I lost my dice. There it is.
Oh, it was cocked. Come on.
Oh, mine's not great.
Baby. Okay.
Shit. The perception?
I got a 12.
Okay.
I got a 17.
17. As the night continues to go on, you're not just like super thick into the jungle, but you are a bit onto the island itself, and there's plenty of noises and crickets and various birds that are awake throughout the evening, but you don't hear anything necessarily suspicious that night. And as the morning begins to greet the party. Captain will probably be one of the first ones awake. Wakes up and pulls up his hat into the sun starting to go above the line. 5 more minutes. And he gets dozing off again. And after 5 minutes goes by, yeah, damn it. Right then, up you bilge rats. Let's get going. We got treasure to find.
My exhaustion gone.
Yes, your exhaustion's gone.
It doubled while you were sleeping.
No, I know.
You overslept.
When at least if I had 2 points of exhaustion, sleeping 8 hours only would have cured me of one of them, right?
Right.
If I had 2 points, okay.
Your exhaustion is gone, but you are very hungry. If you've basically not eaten anything in almost 24 hours.
So the cat's awake now.
Cat is awake.
Alright,
Fresh.
Cat's gonna go over and give the other half of his rations to her. That is why he saved them.
Oh, that's so nice.
Oh, thanks.
He's also gonna take out the dagger and finally give it to her.
And stab.
And he gives it by stabbing it to you. Here you go, buddy.
The cat's gonna squint and be like, thank you.
I don't trust a tired cat with a dagger.
That's so specific.
Says the snake to the
I mean,
cat.
Says the snake to the
I wouldn't trust a tired cat with a dagger.
I don't want to get stabbed while I'm walking.
I mean,
This cat's gonna trip, and then the knife is gonna go flying, and it's gonna fall into my side or something. I don't know. I don't trust it.
stabs into your tail and
Might
you just
be
fell to the
tired,
ground
but
and you're just like,
Still, I'm still quite dexterous. I am
You
a cat.
skewer me to the ground.
Alright, so go ahead and add a dagger. Puck is going to go over to you, though. And kind of rub some of the sleep from his eye, the way rats kind of do.
Puck.
And goes over to you and says, "Why did you sleep? Good, I hope.
Lovely.
It's quiet. Hey, listen, you mind if I ask you a question?
Yes.
Right then,
Is she mine?
just a quick one.
That was one question.
Bit of a meanie, you are.
I'll give you an extra. Because I'm nice.
I was just wondering what you make of the crew, is all.
Well, we're all alive. So, tends to show something for stamina and being survivors.
What do you make of them? What do you make of the captain?
I think he's a lizard.
That's racist.
Fair enough.
And I think you're a rat. I think I'm a bird. I think we all just survived shipwreck and need to do with the best we can to survive further.
Do you know, my ears have heard a few too many cannonballs. It goes soaring through the air. Did I hear you say you were a noble?
How many years have you spent by cannonballs, you say?
Gosh.
The name of the ship we were on was? How long have you been with the captain?
I simply asked me one question. No need to
You
get
asked me more than
upset.
one question.
To be fair, miss, I only really asked you one. And you ain't ever given me one answer. So, I'll give you one answer. Which one do you want to know?
Why don't you trust the captain?
Well, his ship exploded. Seems rather suspicious, wouldn't you? What's the man need all that black powder for? Unless he was planning on doing something. Why is he the only one that's seen the map? Have you seen it? Why didn't he go searching for any of the loot? What's so important about it? Do you even know what the treasure is? I bet you don't. Hey, you didn't even know the fucking ship! And you want to go around thinking you all that? I'm simply a realist, trying to find out the information.
Have you brought this up with the captain?
might well think I should. He's the one with the flintlock pistol, miss, and I have no weapon of my own. So, that's where my problem comes in. And all I'm trying to do is be nice to you and trying to find out where you stands on it all. And you get all uppity on me. Poor little Puck.
Okay, Puck. So I can trust you?
You can trust me as well as I can trust me fleas.
I was gonna do something nice and then you said that.
Hey, bite. He bite a lot.
Alright. If I can trust you, then I'm going to give you something. If I can't trust you, you'll be dead by tomorrow morning. Good?
You can trust me, I promise.
Then I'm gonna give you my dagger.
Oh, really?
But please now, I will burn you alive. If you double cross me.
Cross my heart.
I'm not sure you have one yet. We'll see.
Oh, damn. My good hand.
Oh, sorry.
No, God! Thank you.
Did you actually stab him?
No.
Okay.
I might have faked it a little bit.
Thank you, kind lady. I too appreciate it. And I'll have you know I trust you just the same.
That's not comforting.
Let's just keep an eye out for everybody else. Especially that nightmare fellow. He tried to double cross me in the caves. He did.
Were you about as creepy with him as you have been with me?
Oh, it's just the way I act. I'm alright. You said it yourself. You did.
True.
And you
Sure.
actually have a nice heart and trust little Puck. A seafaring mate who was only looking out for himself.
I threatened to kill you.
I've been threatened to kill multiple times. My mum threatens to kill me on a regular basis. It's a sign of enduring love, honestly, these days.
Spit's running down his nose.
Sorry.
We're gonna go join the group now.
Of course. After you.
I am flying away now.
Wow. With an attitude.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Alright. So, you join the group. You say anything? Or you just rejoin the group?
I am going to intend to tell them later.
Okay. Alright. Does anyone else want to talk to any members of the group before they get started? The captain's taking a piss over in the corner.
Okay.
And just whistling.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
Then I'm going, like, who am I closest to right now?
I mean,
Did I go
I'm not
with
gonna
the
talk to
Ishtar?
anybody. I like they're all kind of just chilling, waiting on the pirate to finish his super long piss.
Who is farthest away from the captain?
Who's the farthest? I don't ask the group.
Puck.
Probably you. Yeah, he is probably the most of the captain.
Other than me, second farthest away from the captain.
I'm standing next to Nikita because I just gave her the food and dagger.
True.
Okay, then I'm going up to them.
Okay.
Guys, I need you all to know that I just gave a dagger to Puck, who I'm not totally sure we can or cannot trust yet. So just keep an eye on him and know that he is armed.
What?
Did you whisper that, or like, can I hear that too?
No, you guys shouldn't be anywhere near this right now.
Y'all are near this. It's just Ishtar who actually has weapons.
Oh my
And
god.
the other one with a dagger.
Can you like put on some leaves to make it louder or something so it turns up the sound?
What? It's just all the way across the
Turns
deck.
around, what was that?
What? I'm so sorry. It's the funniest damn thing. Alright.
That was good. One of them gonna ask the same why.
I'm sorry, there's vacuuming outside the door.
Yeah, Ishtar's gonna look at her and go, why would you do that?
So he brings up valid points about the ship, the mission that we're on, the captain. I'm not totally sure that I trust either of them. And sizing them both up, I think I can take the rat. So I think we can take out the rat. I don't know that we can take out the captain. So I am letting you two know now that there are two shady characters among us, and one of them has a gun, the other has a dagger.
Now that I'm not exhausted.
And you have a dagger.
um,
Sure,
And you have a dagger.
I'd remind you, you have a dagger.
And I have a dagger. And now that I've eaten some food, thank you. I will let you know that I am quite good at reading. That is one of the main things that I do.
I can't hear that.
Alright,
I
Kat.
can't either.
Nope.
Don't worry about the rabbit weapons. I'm great at reading them.
I can
I'm
also
turning you
have
up, I'm
a
so
slutty
scared.
personality from across the room.
I will speak quietly. Is this okay? Am I at the correct volume?
You can just tell the DM you're whispering.
Okay.
You
yes,
whisper.
I need subtitles.
She thinks she's that quiet?
No, I can't hear over this.
Oh.
I
I got nothing for you.
No.
I'm really good at reading people. I have quite the ear for deceit, and I'll do what I can.
Appreciate that. Turn that radar on next time we get the captain talking about the map and the treasure.
Now that I'm not exhausted, I'm sure I'll be able to.
In the meantime, we should all go to the village and make sure that we all are suitably equipped with weapons and meet this mysterious individual the captain is so enamored by.
We also have to figure out how to get some type of money.
Very turn.
Otherwise, we can't afford.
Someone might buy a tunic from me.
Okay.
That's all.
Alright, that's all, and then you just walk away?
No, I'm just.
Oh.
We're staying. We
That's
stayed
news I had.
It's just that we started eyeing people afterwards.
Much better. Damn, I gotta pee like I can't imagine. Being at the high seas, it comes and goes in spurts.
What have you been drinking the past day to be able to pee that much?
Salt
That's a
water.
great. Oh,
That's
Oh.
not
It's
good.
not good for you.
No.
it's very salty.
Sorry.
So it's going to dehydrate you more than anything.
Yep. Now, as I stated before, we're off to the next part of the clue, and then from there we'll be off to the village. Fortunately for us, the clue should be just up the head. So,
What's this clue we're looking for?
it'd be another part of the map. With all of our pieces combined, me and Steel, sorry that sounded a little weird, when I combine Steel and ours map, we'll get a full picture of it. Then we'll know exactly where the treasure be.
And you didn't speak much about the treasure we're after.
Our the Rainbow Beard's treasure, I told you back at the shoreline.
So we're not aware of what all was in it other than the legend of Rainbow Beard.
Pretty much. Not entirely sure what it was that Rainbow Beard hid himself. There's only myth and legend behind it, but it apparently be something to deal with Davy Jones himself.
Might be his rainbow beard.
Could be his actual beard. Let's hope that be the case.
Was he also lizard folk like yourself? Was it like a rainbow gizzard he had, or was it like an actual beard?
There be many tellings of Rainbow Beard. From a gizzard to a beard to a big bushy beard. The story seems to change from pirate to pirate. I want to personally believe that it was a gizzard myself, but probably not. Probably an old seafaring dog. I've been drinking salt water.
That'll make it a little
A
delirious.
little delusional. Yeah.
So can we see the portion of the map that we have?
Why are you curious?
Well, I'd like to know where we're
we're
going.
Unfortunately, that's not to be an option, as only the captain can lay eyes on the map. which all pirates should know.
Is that so? And I want to know if I want to see if I'm just gonna say, like, is that so? I'm trying to figure out if he's lying. He's telling me a tale here. Where does that rule come from, Captain?
The pirate's code. And he answers kind of laughing at you.
Okay. So, I'm assuming then. I don't have to roll to know.
I mean, you can roll an intelligence check to see if you know the pirate's code. But you'll probably get a disadvantage if you are not a pirate.
Probably not. I doubt I know pirates code.
Technically, we are pirates right now.
Well, you know.
Yeah,
You know about the history
Not
of
with the years of
pirates.
experience.
No one with years.
The wrong ad to begin with, so no.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you claim to have the wrong ad.
Parlay?
Yes. Parlay. That'd be one. But per the pirate's code, only the captain can lay eyes on the map.
So how did you get the map?
Be the fascination with the questions this morning. For Tessa?
Just wanting to get to know you, Captain. And about this journey that we're on.
It'd be a journey to find Rainbow Beard's treasure. You knew that when you signed up for it.
With a map that I can't see and a destination I have no idea where it is.
You'd be no different than any other pirate who'd be serving under a captain, unfortunately. It seems to be a matter of trust with you, for Tessa.
I almost called you Ring.
I really only trust people who know my name. Miskin.
It's not my fault you picked a hard name. Fucking neck fan, god damn it.
Yeah, that was...
Well, Captain, if you need a cartographer, I'm quite good with directions.
A
need help?
cartographer? A cartographer, I believe, be what you're looking for.
Is that actually how
That's actually how it's pronounced.
Cartographer.
I've never had to pronounce it before.
That's alright. Don't worry about
I
it.
learned that
If
from
I need a
Dale.
cartographer, I will let you know.
Okay. I imagine Nikita is good with that, so she probably pronounced it correctly.
I don't think she did.
No, yes, I have keen mind. I sure did pronounce it correctly.
You can recall anything said within the last few months. You have
And I
not
know
had to work.
what direction is north. I probably know.
You might be right, but you've never had to hold down a job as a cartographer. They fired you as soon as they said, "But do you know what you applied for?" And you're like, "I don't know. I sold this ad." And you're like, "Oh my god, this person." But I'll sure we'll say you said cartographer, and he still said, "I let you know." But I can read the map just fine.
I mean, for piecing it back together. If we need to.
Alright, I should be able to accomplish that with help of steel as well.
Offer six.
Is Steel a captain?
To my understanding, yes.
But if he's not, then how's he gonna help us put the map together? He can't look at it.
And then we'll take his part. After all, I'm more concerned with finding it myself. But I have no plans in double-crossing Steel.
Well, if he is the captain, what if he has a crew and tries to double-cross us?
I believe
We're
Steel
not
works
very
alone.
well.
So that makes me think that he be not a captain with a crew, more an informant than anything else. So, we get Steel's part of the map, add him to our crew, head off, grab the treasure, and I split the lot with you. Whatever it happened to be. Of course, not entirely knowing myself, it is a fun mystery, and a bit of why we are all pirates. I'm not here to convince you, Fortessa. The jungle is open if you want to leave. But I ask you, who do you think you stand a better chance with?
Where's Puck at during this?
He's sitting in the corner, rubbing his hands together, going,
Like,
good,
he-
good.
And the captain like a piece of meat with his dagger, just...
You don't see the dagger on him anymore.
I was gonna say, do I see the dagger on him? Is it visible?
It's hidden. It's under something. You can
Oh,
roll.
God.
You can roll a perception check to.
Would I be able to
I told
use
you he had
my
a cloak.
eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you
Would
cloak
I-
when you first saw him. Remember his nose was sticking out
True.
underneath it. And it was...
Would I be able to use my eye for detail to try to see, spot this hidden object.
Can you read Eye of Detail?
You can use a bonus action to make a perception check to spot a hidden creature, object, or make an investigation check to uncover or decipher clues.
That is just a normal perception check. You have asked me what is a perception check. That is my answer.
This is like a special thing I get for being an inquisitive rogue.
Yeah, is during combat.
This is just a regular class feature.
Yeah, and barbarians have rage as a class feature too.
Why would I need to spot a hidden object in combat?
So let me ask you, how is this different from any investigation or perception check? How does it differ?
You can't see hidden things normally, right?
I mean, you try to. Their rogues have a feature that lets them just outright know if things are illusions or not, but it is a feature that they unlock. If you want to try to spot the dagger, that's perfectly fine, but it doesn't mean you just automatically know where shit's at.
No, I'd have to make a roll. I'm not saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Roll. It's fine. You don't just know, though.
Okay, I was just reading the thing to you.
Yeah, but I'm asking you, how's it different from any other check?
I don't know. That's why I'm reading it to you.
But you seemed like to keep putting this out, like, hey, by the way.
It's a special. I didn't know, like.
Yeah, but the coolest part is you get to do it as a bonus action, whereas all these other people in this party, they don't get to do that as a bonus action.
Okay.
During combat, they have to burn an action for that. It's like it's the same thing for rogues, and you get to sneak. Like, it's like telling me, hey, I get to sneak as a bonus action. I'm like, duh. That's awesome. Great, you're a rogue. But what'd you get?
Which, perception or investigation? Which do you
You're looking with your eyes, so perception.
That's a 19 plus 4, that's 23.
23? I mean, you know it's under his cloak for sure, and probably under one of his arms. You don't see, like, a bulge anywhere else.
Does he appear to be trying to conceal it?
I mean,
Or does
he
it seem more of an effect of the cloak?
kind of just a passive insight. I mean, no one goes to that kind of lengths to hide a dagger. You would kind of guess, yes, he's trying to keep it hidden.
Okay. Yeah, I can't roll below a 10 on insights.
I mean, yeah. It's the other thing, too. Like, it's fine. You just roll. Okay. Does that satisfy your quarreling mind?
For now. I assumed you were looking for honesty.
I don't really care.
Okay.
You be part of the crew, and the option is you can leave, or you can continue to be part of the crew, and I'll at least extend you that offer. As I don't mean to keep anyone here against their will. So what be it?
I'll stay.
So you agree to serve under a captain. Under me, a pirate.
Yes. Do I need to roll persuasion?
I've been looking for this treasure an awful long time. By the way. Been a bit of a life's journey for me. And I just want to make it perfectly clear that if I sense any kind of treachery afoot, be it from any member of my crew, you won't have time to react. I will kill you where you stand. And I won't think twice about it. I've already lost many a crew that have served under me for years. What's one more? Savvy.
Is he whispering this, or can we hear him?
He whispers that last part.
Okay.
I was about to say,
Now,
gonna murder something for the treasure.
now, shall we be on our way to the next part?
Yarr.
I'd be the spirit. It be just up ahead. We should look for some pink groves. It should be maybe in a chest up on that grove hill. So, who wants to lead with me?
I will.
Tessa,
Oh,
I'll go.
why don't you go with me?
sure. I can help you too.
Nikita, you look well rested.
I feel better, yeah.
Great.
Swimming doesn't really appeal to me. I prefer if I can stay above the water.
That's what
Mikhail, you
swimming's
can't
for.
breathe underwater like me.
That's exactly what swimming's for, to stay above the water.
Listen, Nightmare, you might be cool with water. We're different types of cats. I don't know how that works, but I'm not cool with water.
Right then. So, follow in behind me and let's move stealthily if we can help it. I would like not to attract too much attention as we are getting closer to the Naga's territory. No offense.
None.
Every time.
Do we have to stop here for there?
We do. So, we're gonna go ahead and stop here. Gonna go ahead and end the recording. Everyone did really well. Thank you guys for playing. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a stop. So, I want to say goodbye before we stop recording.
Bye.
Bye, everybody!
Bye.
Also, bye, May. Hopefully, this looks really cool and you want to play.
Thank you.
Yep. So, thank you, May, for all the characters and all the art and stuff.
Peace.